So mentally, like 1 minute I'm happy, 1 minute I'm sad, 1 minute I'm kind of like, fuck this shit. And then the next minute, I'm looking at my kids and I'm like, I ain't bring us this far to go backwards.
Yeah.
I work hard. You get what I'm saying? Like, I put in a lot of time and effort in this shit. I did it when I was pregnant alone. And I feel like in life, you got to go through shit to get through shit. Like Usher said that. And I was like, wow, that's some real shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like in life, everybody is going through something. Whether it's a divorce, whether it's a death, whether it's they just lost their job, just anything. And that's what keep me going because I know that like life not perfect. And we got to learn from our mistakes. And life is a lesson. And I feel like the people that I thought that would be in my corner or that are like, when I was going through this shit, nobody called me to check on me. Nobody called me to see how I was doing. Like, people was really like, you thought.
Yeah. So when it comes to Diddy, why do you think that you are so heavily involved in everything? Like everything that comes out about him, like you said, it's automatically, well, what you think? Well, how you feel? What you got to say?
Because people feel like I was Diddy's biggest cheerleader and I made him my brand. And I feel like Diddy was on brand for me. I got with Diddy environment to my life. I had him at the office. I was still doing Rich Roulette in the split. All white on. Ari slapping my ass. I ain't never think I was bigger than the program. I was still on my City Girl shit. I was still doing remixes. Don't play with it.
You did Gucci Mane.
Gucci Mane.
First Impression.
I was still working. City Girls was on tour with Jack Harlow. We had At Bad. You know, Diddy came to me with the song. Told JT, let's get on this record. Like, I was still doing City Girls shit. I was heavily involved in the group. I never thought I was bigger than the program.
So, with Diddy, what was your experience with dating him? Because I feel like in the headlines, it's a lot of just chaos and it's a lot of allegations. And so I think that's what makes people feel like, well, since you were so heavily involved, you were a part of these things or you were around these things. So what was your experience like, dating him?
Well, I met Diddy at Peak Party and I met him when he was in a love era. And I met Diddy when the world was celebrating him and giving him his flowers while he was alive. Like he was getting the Global Icon Award, the Lifetime Achievement Award, the Key to the City. He had a new album that was coming out. So I was celebrating him with the world. And I just feel like everybody trying to crucify me for it. Like, you was his biggest advocate. You was his cheerleader, but I was just celebrating when the world was celebrating him. So why am I being crucified or why am I being separated?
Yeah.
When I was dating him, it was love, love, love. The frequency is how we used to laugh because that's like him saying it's always, what's up, queen?
Yes.
So I just felt like I met him like in a whole new era and that wasn't my experience. Like when I met him, it was just like, I told y'all on season 1, I even asked him like, why you fucking with me? Why you fucking with a city girl?
Yeah.
Why you coming into my world? Because I'm on some whole other shit. Like, you know my lyrics and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like, when I got with him, he was just a man. Like, it was more of like, okay, we ain't gonna do that. We gonna sit, we gonna communicate, we gonna get solutions. What's going on? Like, we ain't even going that route. So that was my experience with him.
So a lot of the things that people really like say about him, you didn't experience that as in dating. That's not something that you saw. So is that the reason why you never said anything? Is that the reason why when all of these allegations and lawsuits came apart, like, why didn't you speak?
Because I can't speak on something that wasn't my experience. And I can't speak on something that I don't know. I can't speak on these allegations because I wasn't around at the time. I don't know that person and that wasn't my experience.
So with you being, I feel like, a survivor of domestic violence, he never hit you in a relationship. He was never violent. Was that something that you had to tolerate, or that's just that wasn't a part of, because I feel like that's the biggest thing to him right now is, you know, what he going through in these lawsuits and, you know, that video that came out. And it's like, I feel like a lot of people are wondering, was that your experience? And I know personally that you've been through domestic violence before, and I don't think that's something that, I know that's something that you've grown from and that you don't tolerate.
I've been through domestic violence in 2 relationships. And I told myself, after the second relationship, I would never put myself in that situation again, especially now being that I'm a mom. I'm a mom. I was a mother then, but like having a daughter, like I would never put myself in that position. I don't stand for domestic violence. I'm just not going for that.
So do you feel like with dating Diddy, like, was it a business relationship? Do you feel like it was beneficial for you?
I feel like it was beneficial for both of us. I think that, like, you know, I was able to come and be a brand ambassador for Deleon and take it to a whole nother level, because I feel like, I won't say nobody wasn't drinking Deleon, but
Nobody wasn't drinking Deleon.
But when I came, it was just like, it's a city or a summer, we drinking Deleon, we acting bad. So I feel like I was the asset. I honestly just feel like with Diddy, like, you know, I met him at a P party and I don't know what his intentions was, but I don't know if it was like business or he really liked me, but I felt like, you know, when he got me, he really saw something in me. And that's why he was like, you know what? You got a big personality. Like you should do a podcast. Like you know how to engage in conversations. Like you know how to ask good questions. So I felt like, you know, I came into his world and I was able to like turn everything he had going on up a notch. Like, you know, he had Deleon. I was able to have the whole world drinking Deleon, putting in his songs. Like I made it popular, you know?
Yeah.
And then with Revolt, I was able to come and make it the #1 podcast on Revolt.
Yeah.
So I felt like, you know, and then with him, it was like he was able to, you know, take my career to the next level. I did the Met Gala. I got ready with Vogue. Like I wasn't going into the relationship thinking like, I want to get a purse. I want to go on private jets. I want to get diamonds. Like I feel like I'm up under a mogul. I want to learn something, you know, like I want to learn business. I want to learn how to, okay, you got a network. How can I get a network? Or, you know, you had a Sean John. How can I make Carisha Please the next Sean John? So I went into that relationship like on a like more of like, I want to become a mogul and I want to learn up under you. You know, most people just want to get their body done. You want to get a trip. You want to just do that video. Though I wasn't one of them.
Are you still dating Puff Daddy?
I'm not. I said I was going to tell my truth. I think that it really, really, really hurt me because I just feel like, you know, Puff was a really, really good person to me. I feel like he came and he helped me and, you know, he elevated me and he saw a lot of things in me. And I feel like that's like one of his specialties. Like he know how to like find people and, you know, identify their talent. And he was able to see more than music in me. And I felt like he brought out another side of me. Like he brought out like my jitsu side. Like, you know, my woman side. Like it was like a lot of things that I didn't see in me that he brought out of me. You know, like, baby girl, you more than music. You an icon. You a motherfucking mogul. You know what I'm saying? Like put God first. Make sure you keep God with everything that you do. But I just felt like when all of these things came out, I just needed to take a break and focus on what's important. It was just me and my career and my family and just, you know, let him navigate and figure that out on his own because I can't be caught up in that.
Although he was so great to you and you didn't experience that, you still feel like just with everything that's transpiring, in order for you to soar or to keep elevating, you need to disassociate yourself.
It's not in order for me to keep soaring or, you know, to elevate myself. I just feel like, although that wasn't my experience, and he was such a good person to me, and that's what people don't understand about like me and Puff relationship. They was just like, you was so loud, and you made him a part of your brand, and you know, like you just thought that you had something, and it wasn't that. Because I think the same thing with him. Like he didn't expect to fall in love with me because we did end up falling in love with each other. And I just feel like, you know, it's just everything that's going on. Like, I don't want to get caught up in that. And I just need a moment to just pour into me.
Yeah, I could see that. And I just want to take a moment to give you your flowers for being so strong. And I've been through, I feel like a lot of stuff behind the scenes with you. with just going through everything and just seeing how like everybody really like just turned on you and just how you've been so strong, even like for your kids, for yourself, being a woman, making the right decisions.
Yeah. I think that, well, I just want to say thank you. Because if it wasn't for you, I don't know where the fuck I would be. I probably would be somewhere like I probably would have turned into a motherfucking pill popping animal, putting myself to sleep. Cause this was like pain that I never felt. And the people that I thought would be here for me turned this into like an aha moment.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And it just was like, nobody called to check on me. Nobody called to see like how I was feeling. Like it was really like an aha moment. Like, oh my God, bitch, you thought that you had this nigga. You thought that you was going up. And I didn't think anything. Mm-hmm. I got with a nigga and I did what I was supposed to do. Period. And the nigga was doing what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I get with this nigga and just go to Chanel? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was able to get a podcast and I still got my podcast with and without him.
Yeah.
That's somebody putting you in position. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.